everyone. So today I realized halfway through the day that I really was just feeling grouchy and sluggish, and gradually a headache started coming on. I got this just annoying weird little headache, and I was going about my day and running errands and noticing that even though I really didn't eat anything out of character or do anything out of character, my blood sugar was creeping up, which happens. Then I noticed that I got a low reservoir alarm on my pump, and that can go hand in hand with high blood sugars, because low reservoir also means that your site has been in for a while and it's probably close to time for a site change. So the skin around the area that's supposed to be absorbing the insulin could be becoming a little resistant, or they call it a bad site. The site goes bad. So I'm thinking that's got to be why my blood sugar's creeping up. But anyway, I keep on trying to just do these little correction boluses until I can get home and refresh my insulin in my reservoir and put a new site in. So I go home and I'm about to do it, and I had to run out and take my son to the gym. So that's just down the road from where I live, no big deal. On the way, I kind of had an itch, so I reached down and I scratched my belly, and I realized that there was like a round thing in the wrong spot, on the opposite side of where my site was supposed to be. It had come off, and it was underneath my tank top, and it was just sort of like resting there. So God only knows how long I've been going now without this attached to me. I didn't realize it, but you can probably see just from my coloring and everything and the way I'm talking that I'm not feeling 100%, because my blood sugars are high. So I said, oh, well, at least I'm close to home, and anyway, thank goodness I'm always prepared for something like this, because I always bring with me a syringe and a bottle of insulin. So this way I can just manually inject, get a good correction going, and then get home and set myself up with my new pump site. Well, last time I ran out of insulin, I went into my stash that I carry with me, and I used that to fill my pump, and I forgot to replace it. So I've got my trusty little package here where I keep my needle, and there's no insulin in there. So now I guess I have to hurry up and go home. So I just thought I would share that with you guys so that you could see another dilemma that we come across as type 1s. And another drawback to being a pumper. Like when you use multiple daily injections, you really don't have this issue. I came home, got my pump all figured out and reset, and now it's just the waiting game. We'll see how long it takes for my blood sugar to come down. So here's my dilemma. I can't really use my bolus wizard to calculate my corrections, because I don't know how much insulin I have on board, because I don't know exactly when my pump came disconnected. So this is where it's kind of a guessing game. I continue to put my blood sugar levels into the bolus wizard, and it calculates these little doses for me, and my blood sugar just keeps going up and keeps going up. It's not even leveling off. So what I have to do is kind of play a guessing game and take a syringe dose, manual dose, of my insulin, and hope that that will turn things around, but not so drastically that I have a low. But right now I'm in the high 300s, and it's continuing to go up according to my CGM graph. So I have to do something. The pump isn't quite cutting it. So I'm going to draw up a small dose. I tend to be pretty sensitive, so I don't take a lot, but this is what we do. Draw up a small dose, and I'm going to go ahead and inject it. According to my CGM, my blood sugar is dropping, and it's dropping fast. I'm not at a very low level yet, but it concerns me a little, and it's now a little bit later in the evening, and I'm going to try and have a light supper and see where it goes from here. It's now 10:30 at night, and guess what? 68 and dropping. So I can't go to bed until I turn this around. What do? I'll eat some glucose tablets, and then I'll have to wait, and then I'll have to follow up with some protein to extend the release of the glucose, and I'll probably be up all night with alarms. A day in the life. It's been another hour. It's about 11:30 p.m. and I've eaten a tube and a half of glucose tablets, which makes for about 60 grams of carbohydrates, I believe. Um, the rule of thumb is to go with, say, 15 to 20 grams of carbohydrates and then wait 15 to 20 minutes and then test, which when your blood sugar is extremely low, in my case, my opinion, is nearly impossible to do. You just want to make it better. And so my blood sugar was so low and I was feeling really crummy, so I just ate all those glucose tablets. Then I ate some vegan ice cream that I have, which was probably another 30 or 40 grams of carbs. And then I ate 2 peanut butter cups, also vegan, because I am vegan. So there goes another 18 grams of carbohydrates. So add that all up, and of course my arrow has turned around and I'm moving in an upward direction again. But now the roller coaster begins, and I'm just hoping that I don't wind up fighting highs all night, because I clearly ate too many carbs. The one thing I have going for me is that the majority of the carbs that I did take in were high fat, so they will hopefully digest a little bit more slowly and level off. But probably going to need to take more corrections. Wish me luck tonight, guys. Thanks. So hi everyone, I just wanted to check back in. Thank you very much for following along on my very difficult type 1 diabetes day. I just wanted to let you know that I got through the night without any major emergencies, fortunately. I was up and down a bit, and the following day I was able to get my blood sugars pretty stable and back to what's normal for me. We all have our own normal. And so my message for you after what you watched me go through is just please remember that tomorrow is always another day. It's always a new day. It's always a new opportunity to get up and start fresh. I find that even after crazy days like that where my blood sugars are up and down, the following day I am often able to sort of reel things in, get things under better control. And when you're having a really rough day and you're feeling out of control, just get yourself through it. Close your eyes at night, be careful through the night, and remember, try to rest and try to remember that tomorrow is another opportunity to pull things together. Thanks again for following along, guys. Bye.